So we've learned how to name ionic compounds. Now we're going to name our second set of molecular compounds. So first you have to identify that molecular compounds form from two nonmetals. So if it's got two nonmetals, it's a molecular compound, and you're going to use this route of naming. Okay? So you're going to have a prefix, and you're going to have the the name of the first element, followed by a space, the prefix, and the base name of the second element. And when we use prefixes, we're referring to this right here. So mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa, nano, nona, deca. That's something that you should know from previously. But if not, go ahead and memorize this. Alright, so we're going to do an example, and we're going to do this one. So we have carbon as the first, but we only have one carbon. So since we only have one carbon, we don't have to say monocarbon. We can just say carbon. And then here we have two oxygens, so we're going to say di. And then we're going to say the base name of our second element, which is oxygen. So we'll just put ox, and this time we'll add "ide" for this here, the "ide" ending. So carbon dioxide. Okay. Here we have two nitrogens. So we have to state that now because it's got more than one for our first atom, or our first element. So dinitrogen space monoxide. So you see the mono here, and then ox for the base name of our anion, followed by ide. So for the second one, for the second element, if it has a 1, we still have to say mono, but not for the first, like we did in carbon. Okay? Now, boron here, and we have chlorine, so we have only one boron, so we can just say boron. We don't have to say monoboron. Okay, so boron, and then we have 3 chlorides, so we're going to use the prefix tri, and we're going to use the base name of chlorine, followed by the ide sound. So it's boron trichloride. Okay, go ahead and give this a try. I think that molecular compounds are the easiest to name if you just know your prefixes. So there's not much to memorize there besides the prefixes. So here we have carbon. We have one carbon, but we don't have to say monocarbon because it's our first element. So it's carbon tetrachloride. Okay, and don't forget that you have to identify that it's a molecular compound. It has to have 2 nonmetals. Okay, so here we have 2 nonmetals. So we say sulfur, and then we have hexa, 6 fluorides, with its base name followed by the ide sound. Here we have dinitrogen, right? Tetroxide. Okay.